there, this is John from Heroes and Legends. So today's video is going to be a little bit short, but there was some interesting news coming out of Wizards of the Coast today involving standard rotation. And I wanted to put the news out there, make sure you all heard about this, and I'll just give you my brief thoughts. So if you check out the mothership today, there is an article about changes to the standard rotation, and we'll take a quick look at that. Now here's the article called Revisiting Standard Rotation, and basically they talk about the change that happened not too long ago to Standard. If you recall, they basically changed it when they went to the 2 set blocks to try to rotate Standard a little more quickly. And the reason they cited originally for that was the fact that sometimes cards got stale and stuck around for a long time. Siege Rhino was kind of the prime example of that. It was a very powerful card and enabled very powerful Abzan decks, and even though new sets were coming out, that card still kind of forced people's hands to have to play some of the older strategies, and it got kind of uninteresting after a while for some players. The downside, though, to the changes they made was the fact that sets were rotating out faster, which meant players had to be more aggressive keeping up with Standard, and that could be very difficult financially. Well, now they're going back to only rotating sets out 1 time a year again, and it will be in the fall. So they explain a little bit in the article about how the 2 rotations seem to be a little confusing to players, which I could totally understand that. It was a little confusing, I think, and basically what they're going to do to change it. Now, here's what's interesting. Battle for Zendikar and Oath of the Gatewatch, because they were originally going to rotate out when Amonkhet came out, they will not be rotating out when that set comes out anymore. They're going to stick around for a little bit extra time in Standard. So we're going to see a lot of Zendikar now. It's going to hang around for a while. There's not going to be another rotation until the fall. When that fall set comes out, which we don't know the name of yet, right now its code name is Ham. When that set comes out, then the Battle for Zendikar block, Battle for Zendikar Oath of the Gatewatch, as well as the Shadows over Innistrad block, Shadows over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon, will then rotate out of Standard. Until then, nothing is going to rotate. Those sets will stay in, and all the sets that come out, we will just add until Ham comes out next fall, a little less than a year from now. So I think this is actually kind of cool because, yes, I get it. I mean, Looter Scooter is going to be in our world for a longer period of time, right? That's just the nature of the longer rotations. However, at the same time, I'm all for having just more sets in Standard. And I do hope maybe doing 2 set blocks and completely changing the game every few months may create situations where older cards don't have that long lifespan where they just completely take over a game. It allows Wizards to hopefully come up with answers to these powerful cards before they even leave Standard and just change the paradigm that way. I think that would be just fine. But the real win here, I think, is for players that invest into Standard. And let's face it, I mean, not everyone is trying to net deck metagame to win a Grand Prix every week. Some people just like to be able to go to Friday Night Magic and play some Magic with their Standard deck. For those people, this is phenomenal. Now they can build a deck pretty much at any point over the course of the year and feel pretty confident that they're going to be able to run this deck through the fall. Regardless of what happens, this deck will be legal through the next fall, which is awesome. Financially, for a lot of players, that's awesome. Now, granted, if you're a super competitive player, this probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you. When new sets come out, you're going to have to buy the new cards. You're going to have to reconstruct your deck and follow the meta really closely. But the more casual players, and I think there's a lot more of them out there, are going to be able to save money, and I think that's incredibly important. So this is good. I'm on board with it, and I think this is a case of Wizards listening to folks about just the financial commitment to their game. And you know, if you make that financial commitment too big of a barrier, you're not going to get new players. And in a paper game, this is not a digital game. In a paper game, they need to do everything they can to encourage new players and to retain the players they have. So I think this is a good step towards that. So having said that, that's the news. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on it. If you think this is a good thing, a bad thing, if it's going to be something that you're going to take advantage of as maybe a casual player, or maybe it just doesn't mean much to you because you don't play Standard. Love to hear your thoughts on it. So as always, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. and have a great day. Hey, thanks as always for watching. This video, like all my videos, was made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Even a donation of $1 helps me to keep growing this community and creating better quality content for all of you. Check out our Patreon page for exclusive giveaways and future goals for the channel. If you haven't yet had a chance to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the MTG news, spoilers, set reviews, product openings, or finance videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.